All right, today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to take a microscope to one of the shortest, most common phrases you can imagine. We're going to deconstruct it, and you're going to see the surprising layers of meaning that are hidden in what seems like, well, like nothing at all. This is it. This is our entire source material for today. 4 words and a sound. On the surface, it's a total throwaway line, right? It's something you might say without even thinking about it. But what if I told you that this little phrase is actually a masterclass in social communication?
So that's the puzzle we're going to solve together. This simple little phrase is a fascinating contradiction. It's a statement of ignorance and a signal of acknowledgement all wrapped up in one. So, how in the world do we figure out what's really being said here?
Okay, so the first step is to just break it down. You have to see that this phrase isn't one solid idea. It's really 2 competing ideas that are just kind of bolted together. We've got the I don't know part, and then we have the part. Let's look at what each one is trying to do. And this is where the conflict really pops. On one side, I don't know is super straightforward. It's an admission, it kind of closes the door on that topic. But then does the complete opposite. It's an act of engagement. It signals, hey, I'm with you, keep going. So one part pushes the conversation away while the other pulls it in. It's like a tiny conversational tug-of-war.
Let's just zoom in on that second half for a second. We use this sound all the time, but it's a total conversational chameleon. It is one of the most versatile and honestly ambiguous tools we have. I mean, just look at this range. Can be a simple passive, yep, I hear noise coming from you. It can be an active encouragement, like, please, keep talking. It can be this really neutral acknowledgement that doesn't commit you to anything, or it can be a full-on, yes, I completely agree. The real meaning is almost never in the sound itself. It's in everything else that's going on around it. So now we can put our 2 halves back together. What we have is a declaration of not knowing that is immediately followed by one of these super ambiguous signals of acknowledgement. And what that creates is this fascinating cloud of possible meanings.
So what is the speaker actually doing here, Are they trying to say, well, I don't know for sure, but I think you're right? Or is it more of a way to say, look, I don't have an answer, and I'm just making a noise so we can move on? Or could it be something more thoughtful?
Here's the thing. With a phrase this ambiguous, the words themselves just can't give us the answer. The real information, the true intent, it's all carried in the prosody. That's the rhythm, the pitch, the tone of voice. The message isn't in the lyrics, it's in the music.
Just imagine hearing it said in 3 different ways. First, with a rising, kind of questionable tone. I don't know. That's skeptical. Now imagine a flat, quick delivery. I don't know. Totally dismissive, right? But then a slower, more thoughtful tone. I don't know. Now that becomes considerate. It's the exact same words, but 3 completely different social messages. So this brings us to the big idea here. Phrases like, I don't know, aren't really about conveying data or information. Nope. They serve a much, much more important role. They're a form of social lubricant, a kind of conversational glue. So what do I mean by that? Well, conversational glue is basically all those little phrases, like, or I mean, and the one we're looking at today, that seem like empty filler. But they're not. They are doing some really complex social work behind the scenes, making sure the delicate machinery of human interaction runs smoothly.
And look at all the jobs this stuff does. It keeps the conversation from hitting those awkward silences. It shows the other person you're still engaged, even if you don't have something to add. And this is a huge one. It buys you a precious second to actually formulate a thought. And it can be this wonderfully gentle way to signal you might not agree with someone without starting a direct conflict.
And that really is the heart of it. When you hear someone say, I don't know, they are not trying to communicate a piece of data. They are managing the relationship with the person they're talking to. The whole purpose isn't informational, it's all interactional.
So let's just sum it all up. We've seen how even the absolute tiniest things we say are packed with layers of meaning. We've confirmed that how you say something is often way more important than what you say. And we've learned that a huge chunk of our language is just dedicated to the delicate art of getting along, using this conversational glue to navigate our social world.
So the next time you catch yourself using one of these little filler phrases, just take a second. Don't just dismiss it as meaningless. Ask yourself, what social job is this little phrase doing for me right now? You might actually be surprised by the answer. What are you really saying when it seems like you're saying nothing at all?